Welcome back to Public Affairs on Peach, and we are looking at how Clayton County is ahead of the curve once again when it comes to preventing and really tackling the very difficult problem of child sex trafficking. And with me now is Detective Talina Phelps from the Clayton County Police Department. And I really want you to tell our viewers how you conduct these undercover operations, and not so much divulging secrets, but really sometimes it's about talking to viewers about things they see every day that they really don't know that they're seeing, that they really need to be made aware of.
Right. What we do with our undercover operations, we actually use the internet. There's a site, Backpage, also Craigslist, as well as there's a more recent site that we just picked up on, which is Skip the Games. And on these particular sites, young women as well as men they put ads up for sexual favors, or they'll say like an escort or maybe a massage. Right. And what we do is we actually look at photos and try to choose the children or the girls that look the youngest, the guys that look the youngest. That way we know, or kind of feel as though they're young of age, they're not of age. Right. And we have undercovers who actually go undercover as a client, wanting to, hey, we'll come and meet you for that sexual favor. Right. And
trying to lure them out.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we'll talk to them and see if they will, we'll provide resources for them as far as the Rainbow House. And we also work with Georgia Cares and just to basically get them out of that lifestyle.
And there always seems to be some takers on that, I'm sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Does it ever amaze you how easy it is to attract those kind of predators online and how quickly they respond to those kinds of lures?
Yes, I think, how can I say, I don't know about easy, but it's amazing. It's sad sometimes, but we're working at it. We're working hard. And
right.
My goal, our goal, is to get the sexual predators off the street.
And speaking of those predators, what do they have in common, Talina?
I think a lot of times when we say sexual predator, the image that we get is some older guy. But nowadays, these guys are young. I've seen as young as 18. Between the ages of 18 and early to mid 20s, and they're basically looking for the young girl who seems a little timid, or sometimes the young girl who's very voluptuous, or but there's no face or there's no color. Right. Variety.
Isn't that amazing, though? Because when you say 18 or 20, you're right. Most people think, oh, there's this old man. He's 50s, 60s, 70s, 80. I mean, you think older. Right. You do not think an 18, 19, or 20 or 30 or even 40-year-old man, because you think they can get a woman or get someone. But these are not what we would call a mentally stable individual, because someone who's doing that is not mentally healthy. Right.
And when you have the younger guys preying on these young girls, they're approaching them as they just want to date, or they want them to, they want to be their boyfriend. And then, a month or two down the road, or maybe days or weeks down the road, hey, I want you to do this. Can you do this for me, baby? And now they're exploiting and selling this child on the internet.
Unbelievable. What are some of the ages? And also, I don't want to be forgetful, because I think it would be remiss in asking you how you all partner with businesses to make sure they know what to look for when these individuals come in with these young girls and that kind of thing, because they also can be a help and an aid in this fight.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of the, because Clayton County, we have a lot of motels and hotels, and sometimes, the owners or the young lady at the desk will call, hey, we seen this older guy go inside of room 222 with this younger female. So some of the businesses do call the police, and they do let us know. Good. So that helps. That really helps. Yeah. But we're out there, and this isn't an issue that we need to sweep under the rug. I know when it comes to my investigations, the youngest child I've came in contact was 14. And I don't want to say I saw or I witnessed her transition. My first contact with her was just as a uniform patrol officer. She was a frequent runaway. We would get her, take her back home, get her, take her back home. And then my next encounter was at a hotel, and she didn't recognize me. I recognized her, and I'm like, wow. So she's, you know, now she's selling her body.
Wow.
It just started as a runaway, and then she just got caught up out there.
And that aspect of being a runaway, is that a common trait? Where is there something going on at home? Because I will tell you this, there are times where too, just being a journalist, you find some of these individuals in this sex slave trafficking industry, it's not all from a broken home. Some of these homes are not the case. It can run the gamut, can it not?
And that's true. This particular young lady that I'm talking about had mom and dad in the home. Both were successful, and she also went to a private school where they paid her tuition. Unfortunately, she still ended up in that lifestyle, you know. So we don't want to just say, oh, these children are coming from broken homes,
right?
Because they're, like I said, they're not discriminating,
right?
You know, sometimes, you know, the children or some of the girls, they're seeking, they want attention.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Attention. They want attention.
Sometimes that is part of it. And what about domestic violence? Is that something that is a common trait with some of these victims and even some of the predators?
Well, me personally, I haven't seen that as a common fact. I'm pretty sure it's out there a lot. A lot of it is the running away and the attention is attention seeking. And what I've seen, if you have like a home mom, just mom taking care of the child,
right?
That girl is looking for that daddy figure,
right?
You know, or if dad is only taking care of the child, she wants that attention,
right.
And you know, or grandma. It's the attention. I think that's the biggest thing. Domestic, I'm pretty sure it plays a huge part.
Well, you know what? I know that you all do a yeoman's job. There is a lot that you have to cover. So thank you, and thank you, all the law enforcement. Stay with us as we wrap up our discussion. We'll be right back.